here at Holyoke High School. Chris Collins and Bobby C. David Reno back at Radio Central in the Albert B. Allen frigid broadcast booth. Upcoming, the Frontier Redhawks and the Wahconah Warriors, the Western Mass Division 7 football final. So, Bob, let's talk about the field conditions. Obviously perfect.
Perfect.
And the thing about this is turf. This is not regular grass. And, you know, it's one of those things where if you're talking about a running attack, I think that Frontier has a huge advantage. Being, you know, there's no mud to deal with. The footing should be perfect. And, you know, unlike if you're a soccer team, when you have to deal with the way the ball skips, this is just going to be a real even north-south perfect running situation for a team like that.
Yeah, and the other thing that you need to remember is a lot of the linemen, I know that when I was playing on turf back in the day, it was easier for me to play, believe it or not, with high-top sneakers than it was to play with cleats. You know, people say, really? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. It was a lot easier for me as a lineman to be able to put on my high-top sneakers and be able to play the line.
We're going back in time. Back in the day when I was at Greenfield High School as a soccer player, and we had to play a playoff game on turf. So the coach had us practice in the parking lot.
Oh.
And so we're kicking soccer balls in the parking lot, and I'll tell you, it's a whole different world. And it was exactly like that when we played. We lost the game, obviously, because we just didn't. I mean, you kick the ball once, and it's just going, it's taking off. So
yeah.
And the other thing you got to worry about too is special teams.
Yep.
And you know, there's nerves involved, there's intangibles, but Frontier's really going to have to play strong on special teams. They're going to have to be very, very careful, very cognizant of where the ball is at all times. And in cold conditions like this, fumbles can happen pretty easily.
And you got to wrap up. You got to make sure you wrap these guys up. That's the key.
Both teams' captains are out on the field right now for the coin toss. And this is also very important. Frontier, I'm guessing, might defer, but let's see what happens. A lot of captains out on that field right now.
Absolutely.
Each team has like 4 or 5 captains. But this is huge. This will be a history-making win. If Frontier can win this game, it'll be the first championship, I think, since the 1920s or some ridiculous stat like that.
Huge.
And this, by the way, is the first time since, I think, back in that day, that Frontier has had 2 1,000-yard rushers in a season.
I know. That was very impressive in itself right there.
And I was lucky enough to be able to be at the game when Wordley broke the 1,000, and he broke on a touchdown run. And and these are great kids too. I mean, I know
you've gotten to know all these kids because of where you are now, Chris. And I will tell you that it's wonderful to be able to know that these kids are getting the opportunity to be able to be on community access TV and on the radio. To get the double love is wonderful.
And we are going to follow these guys if in fact they make it. And Frontier will get the ball to start this game. If they make it to Gillette Stadium, we're definitely going to be there.
Oh, you got it. Why wouldn't you be?
We might even be inside for that.
Exactly.
Financial support for FCAT's coverage of local high school sports provided by Leader Home Centers, your hometown home center with 5 locations to serve you in Amherst, South Deerfield, Barry, Greenfield, and Brattleboro, Vermont, or online at leaderhome.com. Visit them for all your building material needs. Raymond Financial Services, LLC. Take charge of your financial future. Insurance, investments, and benefits for individuals and employers. Attorney Daniel Graves, Esquire. In addition to being Deerfield's town moderator, Dan's a practicing attorney. Call his Greenfield office at 773-8706 for all your legal needs.
Again, Frontier will get the ball to start this game. The kick will come from Wahconah. Frontier will move right to left. And to kick it away, it looks like it's going to be Patrick Butler for the Wahconah Warriors. Back deep, Landry and Bryce Dobus. Kick is off and we're underway. Ball taken by Dobus at about the 6. Runs it up left side, gets a cut, gets a lane, still on his feet. Fumble, ball loose. And it's going to go to Wahconah.
Oh man, such a great run back too.
Yeah, it looked like Bryce was going to break it there, and just somebody got a helmet on the ball, and that's a tough break for Frontier to start.
Very tough break to start, because that was a really great run back. By the way, great kickoff too. Man, that kid, he's got a leg.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Wahconah at the Frontier 33. This is not the way the Hawks wanted to start this game.
Well, this is where you step it up and you come back and you hopefully can get 3 and out against a very high-power offense. Here we go, Chris.
So it looks like we've got double wing formation for Wahconah. Long snap count. And inside handoff, and they stand him up. Nicely done by the Frontier front 4.
Great job and led right there by number 7, Matt Hildreth. He did a great job right there being able to clog things up. That was a really great defensive play right there by the Red Hawks.
Hastings got a yard on that one. It brings up 2nd and 9 from the 32. Just underway here at Holyoke. Again, if you're going to try and run off tackle against Frontier, you better be ready to get stopped a few times. Split backfield, shotgun formation. Inside give, past the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
Gain of about 4 on that one, Chris. So right now you're looking at about a 3rd down and about 5. I mean, this is a really good job right here by Frontier. Big 3rd down right here for the Red Hawks.
That was Nate Zink that carried that one. He's one of that sort of backfield by committee situation they have for Wahconah. 3rd and 5 from the 20, about the 28.5-yard line or so. Same shotgun formation, double wide out to the right side. And the give goes off left tackle. They spread the formation. He's close to a 1st down.
Ooh, boy, this is real close. But they're in 4-down territory, so you know that Wahconah's going for it.
And that was Hastings again. Brett's going to bring up 4th and 1. So this is going to be a big stop if Frontier can stop these guys here. $9:11 to go in the 1st quarter. If you're just joining us, Frontier got the kickoff. A fumble on the kickoff return has set Wahconah up deep in Frontier territory. Shotgun formation again. And this is going to be a quarterback keeper. It's going to be a 1st down. And he is out to about the 20-yard line. So a little bit of misdirection there.
Well, good job right there by the offensive line of Wahconah to be able to get it done, and the quarterback did a nice job. So Tim Clayton picks up his 1st down for his team, and now you got 1st and 10 at the 20.
Clock is in motion. And Wahconah is in the red zone now, knocking on the door. Shotgun formation again for quarterback Tim Clayton of Wahconah.
Yeah,
Flag down. I think we're going to have some movement on the line here.
Yep, it was your left tackle.
Yep, that's going to push him back 5 yards. So it'll bring up 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line. Again, Wahconah moving left to right. They have double wide outs to the left side. Shotgun formation behind Tim Clayton. They send one man in motion. Clayton with the handoff over right tackle. And they're inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line or so.
Another nice job right there by Frontier. Only 1 yard gain on that. Well, 6 yards gain,
right,
but you're still sitting at a pretty good spot here. 2nd down and 9 for Wahconah, but still, very good job. But I'll tell you right now, they're going more to the right side, Chris, than they are to the left. All their running is all bent to the right side of the field.
They're staying away from Matt Carlson, I think, a little bit too. That's a smart move. Shotgun formation again for the Wahconah Warriors. And the handoff goes in the end around. Gets the corner, 1st down yardage, out of bounds. Going to be 1st and goal for Wahconah.
Oh, boy, that was a nice run, and that was on the left side of the field. And that was a big gain on the play, a gain of about 16 on that one. So that brings up a 1st down and goal, Chris, here for Wahconah. They're definitely looking to march it in, and they have not thrown the ball once.
That's right. They've kept it on the ground, which is interesting after all the talk about, of course, the wind may be a factor as well. You can probably hear it in our microphones.
Yep.
1st and goal from the 6. Inside give again, off left tackle, close to the goal line, just about at the 1. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1 for Wahconah.
Well, right now you got to tighten things up if you're Frontier. And you got to contain those ends too, because you know they like to run the end sweep. So you got to watch out for the end sweep. But if you're a lineman up front, you got to just play really tough smash mouth football right here.
And the end's got to stay at home because they can run to the outside or they can run off tackle as well. They abandon the shotgun, quarterback keeper up the gut. Is he in? Touchdown. Tim Clayton with a 1-yard touchdown run at 6-0 Wahconah.
Boy, that was quick.
Well, you know, they caught a break.
They did.
That's, you know, that's the way it goes. And it'll be a conversion attempt upcoming. So Clayton with the 1-yard carry. And they're going to go for 2 here. Oh, no, actually, they're going to kick it, looks like.
Well, he's got a great leg, Chris. He's got a beautiful lefty. He's got a nice leg. This kid definitely can kick for Wahconah.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll come back up the field. On the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Wahconah 7, Frontier nothing. So Wahconah takes advantage of the Frontier turnover on the kickoff return. And they are up 7-0. Back deep again, Landry and Dobus for Frontier. Not the way the Red Hawks wanted to start this game. High end over end kick, taken by Dobus. And he fumbled it again, picks it up, and is able to recover it. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for Frontier at the 22. So another dangerous moment there. Well, we mentioned before, it's very, very cold out there, and that does affect the ability to catch the ball. It's almost like it's a frozen rock, basically.
Yeah.
And you're going to have moments like that. 1st and 10 for the Frontier Red Hawks from their own 22, 6:39 to go, 1st quarter. And give goes on the right side, and it's going to be a pickup of probably maybe 1 or 2 yards. And that was Stephen Wordley. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 24. Same setup in the backfield. The pitch goes in the right side to Wordley again, and he's up past the 30 to about the 31.
That's a good run right there. Nice job by Worthley. Boy, that's a 1st down for Frontier. Nice job.
1st and 10 Frontier from their own 32, so that's a nice sign for the Red Hawks. Wordley, and also back there is Dobus in the backfield as well. And this is going to go to Wordley again, right side, trying to get the corner. He does. Wordley takes off and is brought down just inside the 40 at about the 48 to the 38-yard line or so.
Well, the Frontier offensive line has done a really good job right here, nice and early in this one. Picked up another 5 yards on the play. Great job right here. Frontier doing what they do best, running the ball well.
They spotted at the 37-yard line, 2nd and 5. And a whistle, flag down. What do we have here? Is it encroachment?
against Frontier. It looks like they're backing up. So
it's encroachment, so that'll negate the 5-yard gain before, and they'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for Frontier at about the 32-yard line. Same setup in motion. Inside give. Stood up and brought down at about the 35-yard line. And that was Aaron Landry.
Well, this is a big 3rd down for Frontier, because if they don't convert on this play, they're going to definitely have to punt the ball. So this is a play that they need.
3rd and about 7 from the 35 for Frontier. 4:45 to go in quarter number 1. Wahconah with a 7-0 lead. And rolling out the pass is Hildreth. Fires it downfield, complete.
Ah, what an open man, wide open play right there.
And
nice job.
That was Aaron Landry from Matty Hildreth, who, like we mentioned, doesn't throw the ball much, but when he does, he's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass by Hildreth right to Aaron Landry, right across the middle. That was a huge pickup. Now they're in Wahconah territory.
1st and 10 from the 47. Wordley off right tackle, and he gets upended at about the 45-yard line or so. Going to give him a pickup of about 2.5, so it'll be 2nd and about 8.
Well, you got put in a situation where they really needed you, and Matt Hildreth came up big. That was a nice job right there by the Frontier quarterback.
And a good call by Don Gordon. Handoff inside to Wordley. He's inside the 45 to about the 43. So once again, chew up 2, 3, 4 yards a carry. That's not a bad clip against a pretty tough Wahconah defense.
Absolutely. Oh, now you're back in the 3rd down, but now you're in a situation where you're at the 43-yard line. So really, your goal right now is to try to get as close as you possibly can to a 1st down and try to get this into 4-down territory.
3rd and about 6 from the 43. I formation, actually in a shotgun. And handoff inside to Dobes. He got tripped up, but he was all the way. I mean, he was 1 blocker away from the house on that one.
He was, and he powered right through the line, too. So you got a 4th down and 3, and you got to go for it. You're at the 40-yard line. Let's go.
4th and 3 from the 40, as Bob mentioned. Interesting call here.
You got to go for it,
I think maybe you go for a cross buck here and maybe a counter run. And they haven't really had a lot of success stopping Frontier. And again, shotgun to Hildreth. Handoff to Dobes, and he's got the 1st down.
Got it. Nice job by Bryce Dobes. Little smash mouth football right there. That's exactly what you want to see.
Well, we mentioned the explosive speed. I mean, they all have speed in the backfield, but Dobes has that. He can really take off. He's got great jets. Now a whistle. I think they're going to measure this, Bob.
Really? Oh, boy. They didn't give him a very good spot, did they?
No, they didn't. I thought he clearly.
That was a sloppy spot, man.
I thought he clearly broke the plane.
Boy, that was a terrible spot.
Let's see what they do here. It's 1st down either way. 1st down.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot more obvious than that, but once again, we're up here in the frozen tundra, and they're down there on the field.
Yeah, but that's all right, though. We got good view. We got a good view, though, bud. We got a good view.
1st and 10, Frontier from the 37 of Wahconah, 2:45 to go in the quarter. Hildreth on a shotgun again, and again, the handoff goes down the left sideline.
Oh, baby.
He's gone! Touchdown, Frontier!
Yeah! That was fantastic! That's how you hustle, baby!
Stephen Wordley down the left sideline. We got ourselves a ball game, folks. It is now 7-6 with the extra point upcoming. Well, again, I love the change in formation. They sent Hildreth to a shotgun that spreads the defense out and gives these quick backs more time to run down the sideline. That's a good little wrinkle they've thrown in. And something that's new. I haven't seen them do that a lot.
Well, that was a great job right there. And nice job, offensive line, Frontier, getting it done here so far. And after a turnover, they came right back and they scored. And now they got a chance to take a lead. Or no, it looks like they're going to kick it.
Hildreth's going to kick it for the tie. Snap down, kick up. And the kick is good.
Nice.
We'll come back up the field on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. We're all tied up at 7 in the Western Mass Division 7 Football Championship on Bear Country 95.3. So Stephen Worley with a 40-yard touchdown run, and a kick by Matty Hildreth makes it a 7-7. And the Red Hawks will kick off to Wahconah. Hildreth, a relatively short kick to about the 21. And running up the left sideline. Kid's got some daylight. Still going. And it's finally brought down at the 31 of Frontier. A great run back for Wahconah. And sets them up pretty much where they started their first series following the fumble on the kickoff.
Yeah, boy, that was a 40-yard return. Wow.
And that is Jake Guy who brought that back. First and 10, 31-yard line for Wahconah. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. 7-7 on the scoreboard. Shotgun formation again for Clayton. Whistle. Somebody moved. It's going to be a illegal procedure on Wahconah, so a couple of penalties on Wahconah, and a loss of about 10 yards so far in this game. And I'll bring up first and 15 from the 36. Clayton now, once again going out of the shotgun. Long snap count. Clayton's going to throw down the right sideline, complete! Touchdown!
Wow! Nice completion right there for Tim Clayton. That was a beautiful throwing ball, Chris.
31 yards down the right sideline, and you couldn't have, I mean, that was a perfect throw. So that's going to bring up a extra point. They're going to kick it again, but that was pretty wicked.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass to Tim Burris. He's been one of his main receivers all season long.
Snap down, kick is up. Kick is good. We'll come back up the field, and the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard is now Wahconah 14 and Frontier 7. This is the Western Mass Division 7 football final on Bear Country 95.3. Butler to kick it away for Wahconah as they now lead 14-7 with 2:14 to go in the first quarter, courtesy of that great touchdown pass. Deep kick, taken at the goal line by Landry. Runs it up and gets wailed.
Oh, wow. He got popped.
Wailed at the 15. Gets right back up, so that's where Frontier will start over. First and 10 from the 15-yard line. So Frontier, let's see if they can bounce back. That was, it's tough when you get burned by one play, just a one-play drive on a passing pattern. But let's see how the Red Hawks respond. Same setup, full house backfield. And over left tackle.
Still moving.
Still going up to about the 20-yard line, so a good little run there, about 5 yards.
Looks like about a gain of about 3.5 on that one, Chris. So they're sitting at about a 2nd down and 7 or so here.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And inside give, off right tackle.
Oh, how about a horse collar on that play?
Yep, and that flag is going to come in. That's absolutely what that's going to be, a horse collar.
That's a 15-yarder right there. That's a big, big penalty right there against Wahconah.
And that's going to be 15 from the end of the run, which
Absolutely.
ended at about the 26. So that should put him up around the 40-yard line or so, I think. So break for Frontier, as that will give them a fresh first down at right about the 41-yard line.
You're right. There you go, Chris. That was a big penalty. Big help right there for Frontier.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. I mean, you could.
Oh, yeah.
I thought maybe he just got the shirt, but he got definitely collared. Timeout Frontier. We'll keep it here, as I think this is just going to be a 30-second timeout. As Matty Hildreth going over to get the call from Dick Gordon.
It's a big play right here for Frontier. You know, if they can be able to continue to keep moving the ball the way they have been, this game could go back and forth. Like you said, Chris, this could be one of those who has the possession at the end of the game last.
Pitch goes to Bryce Dobus on the right side, cuts back, first down, yardage for Bryce Dobus.
Oh, nice gain of 12 on that play. Brings up another Frontier first down, and not only that, Chris, but now they are in Wahconah territory.
Yeah, I think Dobus might be the X factor in this game. That speed, when he hits that hole, boy. Timeout on the field. We will take a quick break. This is a full timeout on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It's Wahconah 14, Frontier 7, back in 30. Out here in Holyoke in the Albert B. Allen Insurance broadcast booth. Have you ever heard a parent say, my kids may drink a little, but at least they're not into drugs? To eliminate those myths right now, alcohol is a drug. Help our young people learn the facts about drug use and help them make responsible decisions regarding mood-altering chemicals. A message from the MIAA. So first and 10, Bob, 48-yard line of Wahconah, 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Had a lot of action so far, but Frontier now on the move once again. In motion goes Dobus. Hildreth, play action. Fires it downfield, incomplete, intended for Landry, and he had a Wahconah Warrior hot on his tail.
Tell you what happened on that play is they let the end on the right side, they literally let him go all the way uncontested, and he just chased him down. Otherwise, if there was a block on that end, that was good blocking right there by Frontier, because he was the only guy that was in the way. Everybody else was all blocked well by Frontier, but that was a good mix-up. I like to see Coach Gordon mix things up here in this one.
And inside give. Up the middle, still on his feet is Landry, good for a first down.
Another nice run right there by Landry. Picks up another first down, another gain of 11 for him. Boy, they are really tearing up the yards right now. Frontier is in this one on the ground.
First and 10 from the 32 of Wahconah. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. Hildreth under center. And this is going to go off tackle to Wordley, up to about the 40, I think that's the 36-yard line.
Gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Second and, let's call it a long 8.
Yeah, we'll call it a long 8, sure.
Ball spotted at the 36 of Wahconah. Less than 30 seconds to go in a very entertaining first quarter. Hildreth, hands off. And out of bounds goes Wordley at about the 31.
Picked up about 7 yards, 6 yards on the play. Probably right now you're looking at about a 3rd and 4.
And that is going to bring to an end the first quarter. We played 1 quarter from Roberts Field in Holyoke. In the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Wahconah 14 and Frontier 7. We'll switch ends. This is the Western Mass Division 7 football final on Bear Country 95.3. Back out here at Roberts Field in Holyoke, second quarter upcoming. Frontier trailing Wahconah 14-7. However, they are knocking on the door, Bob. They're at the 31-yard line, 3rd down and about 4.
Been a lot of fun in this game, Chris. A lot of excitement on both sides of the field.
Well, I knew this was
this has been up and back and forth, and just some really big plays, both teams.
This was going to be a much better game than last year, and it's proving out to be. This is a big 3rd down, though, for Frontier. They're moving now left to right. Hildreth with the pitch, and nothing doing there.
Well, this brings up a very big 4th down play, and you know it's 4th down territory for the Hawks. So right now they got to come up with something good. Hey, last time it worked. Hildreth made himself a beautiful pass. Nice cross pattern Landry was wide open last time. Let's see what happens in this one. 4th down and 5, looks like.
Frontier will take the timeout. We'll keep it here. And once again, remind you that educational investigators have concluded studies which repeatedly demonstrate that students involved in interscholastic programs find increased educational opportunities. These opportunities are available to them as a result of participation, higher grade point averages than those who do not participate, better attendance records, and fewer discipline problems. This significant information brought to you by the MIAA as we continue to strive for excellence as the other half of education. So Frontier are going to talk it over a little bit. The big 4th down here. Of course, they're all big, but this is a big one here. If they can convert this, to be a big confidence booster, I think.
I agree.
Full house backfield again. Hildreth to Landry. Counter play. Landry's still on his feet. I think he's got it.
I think he's got it too.
He's pretty close.
They're going to have to bring out the chain gang, or maybe he might get that 1st down.
I got to tell you, Landry, his legs never stop moving. 1st down, Frontier.
Oh, that's a big play right there by Landry. Huge. And you know what? He kept those feet moving, Chris, the whole time. And he laid his body out. That was a beautiful job right there by Landry.
I got to tell you, if you want to puncture the confidence of a defense, that's the way you do it. Convert on 4th and 4.
Absolutely.
On a counter to the left. Hildreth now. Handoff inside. And about I'm going to see maybe they got a yard on that one. And that was, I believe, Wordley.
Yeah.
It's always tough, 28 and 29. And I always get teased by Don Gordon when he watches our films on FCAT saying, you never get 28 and 29 right. So it's one or the other. 2nd and 9 for the Frontier Redhawks. And the pitch goes to the right side. Get some blockers, good cutback. And brought down. Ball comes out at the end.
He was down first, though. He was down by contact. I don't know.
Let's see what the ref says. I didn't see the indicator thrown out.
They're talking it over.
Wahconah thinks they've got it. Frontier says, nah. It looked like he was down on eval.
Yeah, down by contact.
They're talking it over. Long this discussion here. First,
wow.
Wahconah picked it up. So the ball clearly must have squirted up before Wordley hit the ground, but it looked like he was down. But that's a 2nd fumble and the 2nd takeaway for Wahconah in this game.
Well, the thing is, you don't want to make this one turn into another turnover into a touchdown, because that really hurts every time when you do those. You know, so right now you got to be able to play some good defense. Frontier really needs to step up on D right now.
1st and 10, Wahconah from their own 22, courtesy of the fumble recovery. Shotgun formation again. And an inside handoff up the middle. He gets up past the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That was Hastings on the carry.
He's done a really good job. He's been able to do a good job in the running game. They've given him a lot of opportunities. Hastings been able to get the ball a lot here today. Of course, that beautiful pass, though, from Clayton to Burris was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that was scary.
That was beautiful, yeah.
And it's scary he was able to do it that easily, too.
Exactly.
2nd and 5, shotgun formation again. 1 back and 1 Wahconah player in the slot. And it's going to be a give, left side. Good pursuit by Frontier. They take him down. Not much gain on that one, maybe a yard.
Great defense right there by Frontier. Yeah, maybe.
The thing about the Frontier ends, they have such great end speed. I mean, they're not going to be able to run that sweep that often.
Well, right now this brings up a really big play for Frontier. If they can able to hold them here, there's no way that they're going to go for it this close. So you know that if you hold them here, you're getting the ball back.
There was no gain on that one. 3rd down and about 6 from the 21. Shotgun formation again for Wahconah. Long snap count. Now a player in motion. They fake the handoff.
Oh, that's good D.
Well, and again, they tried to fake him out with the guy in motion, but Frontier stayed at home, and they knocked him down. Gain of 1, but it's going to be about 4th and about a long 3.
Well, this is a big spot right here. Frontier will be able to get the ball back here on the punt.
So that's the first time that the Frontier defense has held on a 4th down, forcing Wahconah to punt for the first time. Fake. Pass complete.
Oh my goodness, that is a gamble and a half.
Yeah, but they were pretty confident they were going to make it.
Oh,
the pass
absolutely.
is complete, and they faked the punt.
Wow, that was a beautiful pass, man. I think it was a bullet.
That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Wahconah at the 38, their own 38. But boy, that's one that will also shake the confidence of a team.
Yeah,
to be able to pull that off.
But that was a bullet. Beautiful pass to Burris, sorry.
Shotgun formation again. Double wideouts on the right side for Wahconah. And they're going to roll. Pass completed about the 40. The guy runs up to about the 46-yard line. Not a first down, but close to it.
Another nice pass right there. Just a very solid.
That was good for 7. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Very solid passing game. This kid's got a beautiful arm. He throws darts.
We've only seen it twice, but he's been known to throw for 200 to 300 yards a game, depending on the opponent. 2nd and about 3. In motion again. Shotgun, handoff inside, and brought down after a gain of maybe 2. He'll be close, but not at first down yardage yet.
3rd and 1.
That's going to bring up 3rd, yeah, and about 1. Yeah, just about 1 yard to go. It's about the 47.5-yard line. 3rd and short. Wouldn't surprise me to see Clayton sneak it here. Well, actually, he's in the shotgun, so he's not going to sneak it.
He is?
He is. He took it right side. It wasn't enough the middle sneak. He ran it right corner, but he got first down and more into Frontier territory to about the 44. Good little misdirection there.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, Wahconah at the 44. Again, they kept this drive alive with a fake punt that resulted in about a 10-yard pass play. And they are in business, moving the ball down into Red Hawk territory. 6:27 to go in the first half. Be sure and join us for the Greenfield Savings Bank halftime show as we'll talk about the scoring in this first one. Quick pass complete to about the 36-yard line of Frontier.
Got it over to Burris once again. He's been his main target here today.
Yeah. And again, that's good for about 8. Maybe, I say 7. 2nd and about 3 from the 36 of Frontier. So Mr. Clayton is getting comfortable in the pocket, and that's not good news for the crew from South Deerfield. Inside handoff, little draw play. First down yardage down to about the 32-yard line. So now the Warriors, Bob, are starting to chew up yardage and in chunks here.
They sure are.
I think that going out of the shotgun that spreads that defense and forces that line a little bit to open up, and that's opened some seams up for Wahconah.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 from the 32 of Frontier. Clayton in a shotgun. And he fakes the handoff, throws it downfield, deep pass. Oh, boy. Touchdown.
Wide
that was
open.
A great fake.
Wide open. Wide open.
Yeah, he just sprinted down the right sideline. It was Campbell.
Yeah.
And that's good for about 31 yards. And that makes the score 20-7. Well, that was one of those situations, Bob, where almost impossible to defend that.
Yep.
And it was a perfectly thrown ball.
And there you go, another turnover turned into points.
Butler to kick the extra point for Wahconah. Snap down, kick up, and the kick is good.
Solid.
We'll come back up the field on the Car Quest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It's Wahconah 21, Frontier 7. This is the MIAA Division 7 Western Mass Final on Bear Country 95.3. Wahconah to kick it off. And it'll be taken at the 8 by Dobus of Frontier. Dobus runs it back up to about the 30-yard line. Good return for Bryce. But Frontier's in a bit of a hole. They're down 21-7, Bob.
Yeah, and right now they're going to have to take advantage of. They're going to have to try to maybe do a little trickery of their own. Maybe they can get a couple of guys open. They've been seeing a lot of the run here today, Wahconah. Well, maybe now you throw a pass. You know, take advantage of it.
Definitely got to try something different here.
Yeah, try to mix it up a little bit. Maybe you throw a nice pass play across the middle or something.
1st and 10 Frontier at the 29, their own 29. And Hildreth going to pass on 1st down, goes down the right sideline. Oh, just over the head of Landry, incomplete.
Good thought, though. Good thought. Good thought. Like it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, nothing wrong with having Hildreth throw it a few times here.
Sure.
I mean, he can throw the ball. He just doesn't always get an opportunity to. And you know, you throw it a couple of times, you come close or have some success, and it makes Wahconah maybe think twice, and maybe lets them let down their guard on the line a little bit.
Yep. Well, now what you do is maybe you come back with a run play here, and then you see where you stand on 3rd down.
And that's exactly what they do on 2nd and 10. Wordley flagged down, though, at the end of the play. That might have been unnecessary roughness.
And if it is, it's an automatic 1st down. Face mask. That's a guaranteed 1st down, and you got yourself some good yardage right here.
No, that's a break for Frontier.
15 and a 1st down. We'll take it.
A break on a mistake. And it's 1st and 10 for the Red Hawks at the 35-yard line.
And let me tell you, as a football coach, you are not happy on a play like that where you had 3rd down and long, and you end up getting a penalty that cost you a 1st down and good field position.
Ball's at the 45. Inside give to Dobus.
Ooh,
hit hard.
He got stood up.
And I don't think he got anywhere in terms of forward progress. He might have lost a yard.
I think he did lose a yard. Yep, he did lose a yard on the play, Chris. It's now 2nd down and 11. Maybe 11 and a half to 12 even.
I'll tell you, though, I like that play. I like that shotgun little draw play. It's worked, but it didn't work that time.
Oh, no.
As Wahconah sniffed it out.
He stood him right up.
2nd and 11 from the 44 of Frontier. Hawks have the ball, trailing 21-7. 4 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Shotgun again. Hildreth, play action. Pass to Landry, right side complete. And Landry's into Wahconah territory at about the 47. Short of the 1st down, but close.
But I'm going to tell you what, Chris, he almost lost that ball.
Flag down. Let's see what the call is here. Illegal motion on Frontier.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to take that back because they don't want to take the ball there. That's for sure. So.
I think it might have been an illegal shift. That's probably what the call was. And that's going to push him back 5, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 16 from the 39 of Frontier. Replay 2nd down. That's a tough break because that was a nice pass play.
It sure was. There was a gain of 7 on the play, and now it ended up costing you 12 yards.
And the lights are on here at Roberts Field. Again, out of the shotgun. Handoff goes right side. Good cut. This is Dobus, and he's out of bounds inside Wahconah territory. Great run by Bryce.
Great run right there by Bryce Dobus. Does a nice job. Picks up a nice chunk on that play, too. So that brings up now a 3rd down and 5.
They spotted it right at midfield. I thought he got past midfield, but they're going to say he went out at the 50.
Yep.
So 3rd, we'll call it a long 5 at the 50-yard line. Frontier down by a couple of touchdowns, but they're moving the ball. Hildreth, inside give to Landry, up the middle.
Well, looks like you picked up 4 on the play. You're going to bring up a 4th down and 1.
I'm sorry, that was not Landry. That was number 38 for Frontier. That was Corbin Blight. So it brings up 4th and short from the 46-yard line. Clock is in motion, 2:40 to go in the half. Be sure and join us for the Greenfield Savings Bank halftime report. Hildreth with the pitch. 1st down yardage for Bryce Dobus. Upended.
Oh, yeah, nice job. Dobus, no problem getting up there through the middle. He's so fast and so explosive. That was a really nice play right there by Bryce.
And a big 1st down for Bryce Dobus. And that Sets the ball up at the 38 for Frontier, 2:25 to go in the first half. Frontier trailing 21-7. Hildreth under center. In motion. Hildreth is going to roll out. Play action, looking downfield, incomplete. And there's no flag called. That was Kieran Freeman, who was the intended receiver, incomplete. And that'll bring up a second down situation at the 38.
You know, I really like the late delay. I like the delay run. I think the delay run has worked pretty much for them, except for that one time where there was one, but otherwise it's worked pretty well.
There it is again. Hildreth in the shotgun to Dobus. He keeps his feet moving and gets a couple of yards the hard way down to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, you're sitting at right now at about a 3rd down and 8. Maybe 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. They only gave him a yard. Not a great spot, but see if they can get another first here. A whistle.
Frontier calling a time.
Timeout. Frontier will take a quick 30-second break. 1:33 to go in the half. And the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Wahconah 21, Frontier 7. Be sure and join us at the half for the Greenfield Savings Bank halftime report. We'll talk about what's happening here in a pretty good first half. Wahconah, though, a couple of plays better than Frontier right now. A couple of passing plays better, and that's why they lead 21-7.
Well, what it comes down to is it comes down to 2 turnovers for Frontier and no turnovers for Wahconah, and both those turned into points.
Very good point. 3rd and 9. And Hildreth is going to throw, and he's going to get sacked. Throws it away before he gets dropped. Wahconah wants an intentional grounding penalty, but
nah,
they're not going to get it. So it's 4th and 9. I think you probably go here. 4 down territory, but you got to be very, very careful, because if you turn it over, then you give Wahconah a couple more whacks to hit the end zone, and if they do, that'd be very tough to come back from that.
Absolutely. It's a big play right here.
Hildreth to throw again. Fires it downfield. Intercepted. At about the 20-yard line. No, actually, they say it was incomplete. Look, it was very close to being intercepted. Either way, it's a turnover on downs. The intended receiver was Bryce Dobus.
In a way, you were hoping that Wahconah did intercept the ball, because they would have had to have the ball all the way back there instead of where they have it now. But the ref said it was an incomplete pass, and they'll have the ball now, 1st and 10 at the Frontier. It looks like at the Frontier 37.
1:21 to go, so plenty of time on the clock for Wahconah to put another one in the end zone, which would give them a 3-touchdown lead going into the half. We'll see. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Clayton fires another bomb down the left sideline, right sideline complete, and they're not going to catch him. He is going to step into the end zone.
Wow! Unbelievable.
That kid is just unbelievable. He's just an incredible quarterback.
Beautiful pass. That's a 63-yard TD pass right there. Wow.
Yeah, that hurts. That is a killer. 27-7 now. Wahconah, 3 passing touchdowns. And coming in, we knew Clayton could throw the ball. I did not know he could throw it that well.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Burris, he was trucking down that sideline, boy. Unbelievable.
Point after kick upcoming for Butler. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll keep it right here as we come back up the field with the score on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It's Wahconah now 28 and Frontier 7. That's exactly what we were afraid was going to happen, Bob.
Yeah.
Is you have not much time, and all it took was a 1 pass, a bomb down the right sideline, and Frontier's in a big hole right now.
And I'll tell you right now, that was a fantastic pass from Clayton to Burris, and it was beautiful.
It's unfortunate if you're a Frontier fan, but you got to give the kid credit. I mean, he is throwing the ball like a maniac tonight, and that's 3 touchdown passes for him, 2 big, actually 3 big bombs, and tough to defend that. And, you know, you can't really fault the secondary. It's just that's just great passing.
I agree. Very impressive. Very, very impressive.
So Butler to kick it off. Back deep, Dobus and Landry for Frontier with 1:11 to go in the first half, rather. And they pooch it. Actually, they knock it out of bounds at about the 39. That's going to be a flag down for an out of bounds.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You got everything in control right now. Kick the ball. The guy's got an unbelievable leg.
Well, I'm not sure why. Honestly, that's a good question.
I don't understand. I mean, that was just, to me, that was a poor call. That's all I can say.
That was
poor call, but
it was obviously a designed play. So
yeah, well, it was designed pretty ugly, is what it was. That's good. That's good field position for Frontier. That's what my point is. You got 1:11 left.
I almost think when you're up by 3 touchdowns, you're not all that concerned, but
yeah, well, you know what? You're also getting ready to go into the halftime locker room. I mean, it isn't like you're going into another quarter here.
1st and 10 from the 44 for Frontier. Handoff goes nowhere as Wahconah has really gotten a lot better on the line, and they've locked up Frontier the last couple drives. No gain on the play there. Another Frontier timeout.
I think that's their last timeout, Chris.
Financial support for FCAT's coverage of local high school sports provided by Leader Home Centers, your hometown home center with 5 locations to serve you in Amherst, South Deerfield, Barrie, Greenfield, and Brattleboro, Vermont, or online at leaderhome.com. Visit them for all your building material needs. Raymond Financial Services, LLC. Take charge of your financial future. Insurance, investments, and benefits for individuals and employers. Attorney Daniel Graves, Esquire. In addition to being Deerfield's town moderator, Dan's a practicing attorney. Call his Greenfield office at 773-8706 for all your legal needs.
Talk about what's been a pretty impressive first half performance for the Wahconah Warriors, specifically their quarterback, Tim Clayton. Same full house backfield formation. And the pitch goes to Dobus. And he's got a first down.
That's how you fight right there, boy.
And he's inside the 40 to about the 38 of Wahconah. I'm sorry, that was Steve Worley, not Dobus.
Great job. Great job. Now you know what you got to do right now is now you try to air one out.
And then timeout again. We'll keep it here as Frontier uses another timeout.
Well, they get 5 timeouts a half, and I think that might be their last and final timeout. So maybe they'll go to the air on this one.
We'll see. While we have a moment, we'll remind you that the MIAA annually sanctions the Sportsmanship Awards to students, adults, and schools for exemplary behavior. The intent is to enhance the educational ideals sought by the MIAA and to encourage sportsmanship as a major objective in their experience as a participant. This is just another example of activities enhancing student development in a unique and motivating laboratory for learning. Your support and encouragement of these important ideals is very much appreciated. Chris Collins, Bobby C. Our studio producer is Dave Reno, back in Greenfield as Frontier Redhawks come back up to the line with a new 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the Wahconah Warriors. As Frontier tries to punch one in here and cut this deficit. They're trailing right now 28-7. And there's a pitch. Halfback option, Worley downfield. That's going to be intercepted.
Oh, boy, just a really off-balance throw. He didn't have control of his own body on that throw. And he went into double coverage too, Chris.
Yeah.
Threw into double coverage as well. And that was a disaster right there. And that brings up a really tough situation here because this guy's got an unbelievable arm for Wahconah. And don't be surprised if they're going to go back to the pass.
First and 10 from the 31 as the Warriors will get another chance out of the shotgun formation. Trips to the right for Wahconah. And they're going to roll and throw. And pass complete out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Again, nice little rollout screen pass by Tim Clayton. Good for about 4 yards. Archambault with the reception on that one. 2nd and 6. There's less than 20 seconds to go in the half. Ball spotted at the 35, and that's, well, they called the timeout.
They're going to have to put some more time on the clock here.
Financial support for FCAT's coverage of local high school sports provided by Leader Home Centers, your hometown home center with 5 locations to serve you in Amherst, South Deerfield, Barrie, Greenfield, and Brattleboro, Vermont, or online at leaderhome.com. Visit them for all your building material needs. Raymond Financial Services, LLC. Take charge of your financial future. Insurance, investments, and benefits for individuals and employers. Attorney Daniel Graves, Esquire. In addition to being Deerfield's town moderator, Dan's a practicing attorney. Call his Greenfield office at 773-8706 for all your legal needs.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6, thereabouts.
Second and 6 with 20 seconds remaining.
20 seconds left to go in the half.
By the way, I don't know about you, but I'm numb.
Shotgun formation for Tim Clayton and the Wahconah Warriors. And Clayton is going to throw. He's going to bomb it down the left sideline. Completes.
Burris again.
Burris, and he takes it down at about the 35 of Frontier with 14 seconds left. Man, that kid's got an arm, Bob.
He's got an arm and he's got a receiver. Let me tell you.
He's got a few of them.
Yeah, but this Burris kid, he's got good hands too. And he's quick. He's very quick.
1st and 10, and that was in double coverage too, by the way.
Double coverage, and you only took 6 seconds off the clock on that pass.
1st and 10 from the 31 of Frontier. Shotgun formation again for Clayton. Rolling right side. Fires. And
nice catch by Burris.
Another
Beautiful
catch again
pass.
by Burris. I don't think that he's missed a pass.
Nope. He has got them all, man.
5 seconds left. I don't know, Bob, are they going for the dagger here, you think?
Sure. Why not?
26-yard line of Frontier. Redhawks look a little bit shell-shocked right now.
Oh, it's awful quiet on the Frontier side, I can tell you that. And
well, they have not been in this situation all year. I mean,
that's true.
They've either led every game or they've been in every game. They've only lost once. And right now, Wahconah is starting to open it up. And this could very well be the dagger if they punch one in here with 5 seconds left.
You know, they even have a defender sitting in the end zone right now. One at the 5, yep. One in the end zone, and then everybody else is up front.
Oh, they're gonna go for a field goal.
Oh, wow. This kid's got a leg though, Chris.
33-yard attempt. Snap is down, the kick is up, and
good.
It's good.
That is beautiful. That kid can kick. He has got a beautiful leg.
33-yard field goal, and 1 second left on the clock. As
that was beautiful.
That's Patrick Butler, the senior.
He has got a nice leg, let me tell you.
Do not see that very often at all at the high school level.
No, well, not in our neck of the woods anyway.
But there's a kid from Mathau that could kick it pretty good. He kicked the 43-yard field goal against Frontier. But that was pretty impressive. So this will be the last play of the half. They're going to kick it off. And 1 second left, and it's going to be 31-7. Barring a run back here for Wahconah going into the break. And a short squib, and it's going to be picked up at the 28 by Eno McMillan, and he's going to get brought down, swarmed at the 20, and that is how the first half will end. We've played one half in the Western Mass Division VII MIAA football final at the half on the CarQuest of Greenfield. South Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard is Wahconah 31, Frontier 7. We'll come back with the Greenfield Savings Bank halftime report on Bear Country 95.3. This is the Greenfield Savings Bank halftime report. We're at the half here for Roberts Field in Holyoke, Massachusetts at Holyoke High School. And not a great sign for the Frontier Redhawks and the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It's 31-7, Wahconah out in front. And Bob, it looked real good there in the first quarter. It looked like Frontier was hanging right with them, but unfortunately it was not a great second quarter for Frontier.
No, matter of fact, it all started in the first quarter when Tim Clayton was able to get himself a nice run in the end zone with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first quarter, and they ended up getting their extra point, which was good, and they went up 7-0. But then with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter, Steve Worthley ended up having a nice 40-yard run that ended up becoming a nice touchdown for Frontier, and then the extra point ended up being good by Hildreth, and all of a sudden it was a 7-7 game. And ever since then, 28 unanswered points. Well, honestly, it was a little more than that. It was 24 unanswered points, and came down to 2 minutes. Matter of fact, the thing that was so sad is after that really nice drive that Frontier had, with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter, this awesome 31-yard pass from a very talented quarterback in Tim Clayton to Tom Burris ended up setting up another touchdown. Extra point was good, and at the end of the first quarter, it was 14-7. And then in the second quarter, with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter, a 33-yard pass to Dane Campbell from Clayton. Extra point was good, made it 21-7. And then with a minute and 11 seconds left, they end up scoring on a 63-yard pass to Tom Burris from Clayton. And then the extra point was good, made it 28-7. And then their field goal kicker is just amazing. He has got a leg and a half. Picks up a field goal with 1 second left in the half, and they went into the locker room. Wahconah is now leading 31-7. Right now, I hate to say it, Chris, but it is all Wahconah in this one.
Yeah, it has been, and they've begun to defend Frontier's run a lot better. And in the first quarter, I think Frontier moved the ball pretty well, but in the second quarter, once I think Wahconah started to see the schemes, they made some adjustments. Although I'll tell you, there have been some good things. I like Matty Hildreth throwing the ball a little bit. He's done well. Yep. I think that little wrinkle they threw in with the draw play out of the shotgun to Dobis has been effective, but the last couple times, Wahconah sniffed it out and been able to stop it. So, I think that Don Gordon's thrown in some wrinkles, but Wahconah's defense has been there to answer every time, and that's unfortunate for Frontier because they don't. Beyond this is sort of what they have. This is if you could stop that off-tackle offense and hold Frontier to minimal yardage on the ground, you can beat them pretty easily.
Absolutely, and this is what's happening right now. And we talked about the pass defense, Chris. We talked about that at the top of the show, about how important it was to be able to defend. And I'll tell you right now, they're definitely not defending. As a matter of fact, let's be honest, Clayton's got all day to do whatever he wants. He's got a beautiful arm.
I don't know how you defend those passes. I mean, that kid, he has got a great arm. He's got great receivers. And like you saw before, they tried to double-team Burris, and he still pulled it in.
He did.
It's one of those situations where you could have a great secondary, and Frontier's secondary is really good or really bad. There's no middle ground. Mm-hmm. And even their captains have even said that. In this particular case, though, you could have a great secondary and still get getting burned by this kid. He is the real deal.
Yeah, and you know, the sad thing is now we go into the second half, and Wahconah gets the ball. I mean, they get the ball because Frontier ended up getting the opening kickoff, which turned into a turnover, and now they're going to get the ball back with all the momentum going their way with a 31-7 lead.
You're listening to the Greenfield Savings Bank Halftime Report. Quick break. We're going to come back and talk more about this one and get you set for the second half of the MIAA Division VII Western Mass Championship. Wahconah 31, Frontier 7 on Bear Country 95.3. Back out here at Roberts Field, Chris Collins and Bobby C. Our studio producer is Dave Reno. We're in the Albert P. Allen Insurance broadcast booth, the Greenfield Savings Bank Halftime Report. And the Wahconah Warriors lead the Frontier Redhawks 31-7. Earlier today in the West County, Bob, you were part of a pretty special event, a basketball tournament. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we ended up doing a nice 3-on-3 basketball tournament. They ended up with 39 teams, and we had about 140 participants that were over at Mohawk Trail Regional to do a fundraiser for Chuck Miner. I tell you, this guy's been through a lot, man, and he has done so much for the Mohawk community and also been a coach up there for many years. Him and his daughter are the basketball coaches up at Mohawk, and the people just turned out for a wonderful event, and we had a great time. And it was funny because the finalists of that whole tournament in the adult division ended up being his kids.
No kidding.
Yeah, how good is that, huh? So congratulations to just a great event that they had up there. I was able to play the music and be the MC throughout the event this morning. We were there bright and early. A lot of people were there at about 8:15, 8:30. And we got started about 9, and we wrapped things up just about 1:30, and that's when I popped in here. So it's been a very busy. We had the game, of course, last night. I saw you there. You did the PA, and it was a cold one up at Mohawk last night.
That's the first time I ever had to do PA and cover a game.
That was a little weird. You did great. So we ended up being together last night, and then I was over at the event this morning, and then we're back here again today. So a lot of football. And you know, it's funny how Hubie and Jeff Terrell go through the whole season to do all this, and then it comes to playoff time, and look it, they're both off today.
A tough break, but we'll take it.
Sure.
We get to cover a championship game.
I know, I love doing that.
But you absolutely, about the Chuck Miner, an absolutely fantastic family, a fantastic guy, and has done so much for that community at Mohawk. It's great that they pulled that together pretty quick.
They did. They pulled it off. Believe it or not, that thing was done in 3 weeks, man.
That's amazing.
I mean, how incredible is that? And here's the best part. The best part is they raised a lot of money not only for the Chuck Miner family, but in helping out the family, but they raised a lot of money for Dana-Farber too. And people don't realize that Dana-Farber, they don't charge you a penny, Chris.
I mean,
they are a wonderful organization. So, well, this I was just looking at this Wahconah team. They have a lot of players, dude. They have a lot of players.
You're probably going to see a lot more of the younger ones coming in pretty soon.
I didn't think that. I mean, if you really think about it, they must have like 60% of their boys that are literally out on their football team. It's pretty
big
impressive
program and a very, very impressive one. And they're literally 2 quarters away from a Western Mass Championship. That'll do it for the Greenfield Savings Bank Halftime Report. We'll come back after a quick break with second half action. It is Wahconah 31, Frontier 7. This is the Western Mass Division 7 Football Championship on Bear Country 95.3.
Financial support for FCAT's coverage of local high school sports provided by Leader Home Centers, your hometown home center with 5 locations to serve you in Amherst, South Deerfield, Barrie, Greenfield, and Brattleboro, Vermont, or online at leaderhome.com. Visit them for all your building material needs. Raymond Financial Services, LLC. Take charge of your financial future. Insurance, investments, and benefits for individuals and employers. Attorney Daniel Graves, Esquire. In addition to being Deerfield's town moderator, Dan's a practicing attorney. Call his Greenfield office at 773-8706 for all your legal needs.
Back out here at Roberts Field in Holyoke, Chris Collins, Bobby C. Our studio producer is Dave Reno. On the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it is Wahconah 31, Frontier 7. Redhawks on the far sideline being talked to by their coaching staff. And hopefully they can mount some kind of a comeback here, but I think that It's going to be very, very tough to come back against this Wahconah team. They are very, very good.
They are very good. But I'll tell you right now, I know that Frontier won't give up. They're going to go out there and they're going to give it the best they got, and that's exactly what they've done all year long. And whether they get beat here today or not, we got to give them a lot of kudos for the great season that they've had. It has been an enjoyable season, especially having 2 1,000-yard rushers on the same team and a guy who's pretty darn good as your third back, too, you know, with Dobis. So you really think about it, they have had a very successful season. They're just up right now against a much better team.
And as Bob mentioned, we're going to have Wahconah's going to get the ball to start this half. And we'll see what Frontier's defense can do if they can keep this respectable. It was interesting in the game before this one with the Hoosick Valley win over Ware. Hoosick Valley really kept the pedal to the metal all the way to the end, and they punched in a couple of late touchdowns, and I'm thinking, you know, that game was never really in doubt. And I mean, you got to play the game to the end, but
this is what the Berkshires do. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Chris. No, really, let's just be straight up, man. They like to really kick it to the folks in the valley. They
true.
Really do, right?
There is that inherent rivalry, and I think you're right. And
it's called the Berkshires versus the Valley, and when you have a chance to play a team from the Valley, you really do stuff like this, and that's exactly what happened in that Ware game.
By the way, tonight, Frontier Girls Volleyball goes for a Western Mass title against Lee, speaking of a Berkshire Valley.
That's right, and that's going to be a great matchup, 1 versus 2.
That's across the town at Holyoke Community College. Kickoff taken to the 20 by Wahconah, and nice little juke cut back, and they're going to bring him down at about the 40-yard line. Good run back for Wahconah.
Yeah, another nice field position for Tim Clayton here in the Wahconah Warriors. They surely have been able to get things done here today. I've been very impressed with not only the way that they've been able to play their game, but also I've been very impressed with their blocking. Their blocking has been excellent because their running game's been good too, Chris.
Shotgun formation for Clayton again. He has double wideouts to the right side, handoff low inside. A nice little delayed run up to about the 48. It's about a good 8-yard gain.
Yeah, see exactly what I was just saying. You know, they've been able to get things done on the offensive side. They are a very polished team. And they've done a nice job on defense, too. They've made a couple of big picks. They picked up a couple of fumble recoveries. So, really, it has been all Wahconah since the beginning of the first quarter.
Second and about a long 2 from the 48 for Wahconah. And once again, another handoff around left end. Not a lot of room there, but he gets past the 50. Big hit out of bounds by Wordley. And he's inside Frontier territory to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, but boy, they could have got him with a late hit on that one, and they didn't, but that's good. That could have been another 15-yarder.
First down, we're Wahconah at the Frontier 48. Just underway, third quarter. And the lights are now on here.
The lights are on. You know, I got to tell you, Chris, after looking at the sky all day, how beautiful the blue skies have been, boy, the weather's deceiving, isn't it?
Yes, it is. If I could feel anything, I'd tell you that. That quick handoff inside and down past the 45. Fumble at the end, loose ball, but I think Wahconah recovered it.
They did. I was telling a couple of the fans, Chris, that I honestly feel like a 380-pound block of ice myself right here.
That's not what you said, by the way, but we can't say what you said on the air.
Well, let me tell you, bud, I am definitely a block of ice, that's for sure.
Second down and 7 from the 44. It almost becomes slapstick at some point. It's just it's so ridiculously cold out here.
Oh, yeah.
Shotgun formation again, and the give goes to the right side. Good pursuit by Frontier, hitting the backfield.
Huge loss. That was a loss of 4.5 on that one. Nice job. Brings up a 3rd down and 10.
Great pursuit by the ends, and I believe
they did give him the forward momentum. Yeah. So he's still a loss of 3 on the play, but still brings up a 3rd down and 9.
Yep, 3rd and 9 from the 46 of Frontier. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter in the frozen tundra that is Roberts Field.
Yeah.
Same formation, shotgun double wide out to the right. One Wahconah Warrior in the left slot. Now they go in motion, and it's going to be an end around.
Wide open.
Wide open. Ooh. That was a great fake. And Deep into Frontier territory, out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Wow. What a run by Campbell. He had a nice open field there. Huge. That was a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, it was, and it was well-designed play. I don't think the Frontier expected. The last time they did that formation, they handed it off the other way, and I don't think Frontier expected that one.
No, not at all. That was a fantastic job. End around with nobody there.
1st and 10 from the 24 of Frontier as Wahconah's knocking at the door again. This time the quarterback keeps it and runs it off right tackle into about the 18-yard line or so.
You know, I'm going to bring up something here quick for just 1 second, Chris. You know, when you're up this big, you don't want to run your quarterback if you don't have to. You don't want anything to happen to this guy when you have a chance to go to the next, for, going to a Super Bowl. You don't want that to happen. You use your backs.
Well, they did that time. Handoff inside, and they get out to about the 15-yard line. So once again, Wahconah is chewing up lots of time off the clock and lots of yardage. They've taken 3 minutes off this clock in this first drive of the second half. 3rd and 1 for Wahconah at the 15 of Frontier.
They rotate 3 or 4 guys every single time, Chris. Frontier doesn't have that luxury.
No, incredible depth. I mean, that's,
exactly.
It's a numbers game at this point, especially when fatigue starts to become a factor. And inside handoff. Ooh!
I don't think he got forward progress. I think he got lit up right at the line. I don't think he got it.
That was a great stack up, and you could hear the contact up here.
Oh, they're going to give it to him.
No, I don't know.
Oh.
If it's 4th and short.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Nice. That was a great pop.
Yeah, he didn't get anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised to see him kick it again here, maybe. The guy could kick it before.
Wow, they're going for it, man. They're up big.
Well, clock is running, and they're talking about it.
Might go for another field goal here, huh?
Well, I don't know what they're waiting for. Unless they're waiting to run it down to the very end of the clock. They're taking as much time off. They call timeout.
Now they got to talk it over.
We'll take a quick break. 6:49 to go in the 3rd quarter on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. Wahconah 31, Frontier 7. This is the MIAA Division 7 Western Mass Final on Bear Country 95.3. So 4th and short here for Wahconah. Ball's at the 15-yard line. A great stand by the Frontier front line to knock that player back for no gain. And they're going to go for it here on 4th and short, looks like. And it wouldn't surprise me to see the quarterback just take it up the gut.
Yep.
Nope, they're going to give a handoff, inside give, definitely 1st down yardage, and more inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal for Wahconah. Nothing fancy, just straight off the tackle blast.
Yeah, it looks like it's either going to be at the 8 or the 7. So they'll have 1st and goal from, looks like the 8.
Yep. 1st and goal for the Wahconah Warriors. Clock is in motion, 6:30 to go. I think it's good that they ran down the clock a little bit there.
Yeah.
They took some time off. And at this point, you would think it's academic, but if they punch it in here, very, very tough to come back. But we'll see. Quick pass, timing pattern, touchdown.
He had his foot down. All you need is 1 in high school, buddy. Wow. Burris again.
4th touchdown pass of the game. And Burris this time from 8 yards out to make it 37-7.
They're legit, man.
Oh, they are legit.
They're legit.
And I'll tell you, they lost to Mashpee last year.
I know, and honestly, they got beat pretty good last year.
But I got to tell you, I don't know who they're going to play this year, but they're going to be a tough out.
I agree.
This could be a state title for Wahconah this year. Butler to boot it for Wahconah. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good.
That is a leg.
That is a leg. We come back up the field on the CarQuest of Greenfield. South Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard is now Wahconah 38, Frontier 7. This is the MIAA Division 7 Western Mass Championship on Bear Country 95.3. Wahconah to boot it away after the 8-yard touchdown pass.
Ooh,
and that boot's going to go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Honestly, that thing went about 10 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, I would think. Well, you make him re-kick it. I don't know.
I'd re-kick it.
Want to lock him back for a re-kick at the 35-yard line.
Yep.
It would not have been great field position for Frontier, so.
Frontier's going to elect to have a re-kick, and Wahconah will kick out from the 35-yard line.
It's a good choice.
So it'd be good to see Frontier punch one or two if they can in here, just to make it a little more respectable. Right now it's 38-7, and there's no doubt since the early part of the second quarter who's been in control of this game.
Oh, no, absolutely. But the first quarter, Frontier was right in with them.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it.
I thought that they moved the ball well, and then
I did too.
it just seemed like Wahconah shut them down and gave the ball to their quarterback, who started throwing the lights out. At the 19, Bryce Dobis now cuts back across the middle, blown down at about the 35-yard line. Decent field position for Frontier to start off this drive.
You know, my wife says to me when I'm leaving the house today, she goes, "You're not going in shorts today, are you?" I said, "No, Leslie, I'm not going to go in shorts today." And she goes, "Well, everybody in the community all knows about you and your shorts, you know?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, let me
You
tell
show
you
up
right
for
now."
basketball games in shorts in the
Well,
winter.
that's because we're in the gym, and it's a little warm in the gym, but it's a little different out here today, big guy, you know? But I'm watching coaches out here in shorts.
That's insane.
I know.
I don't understand that. 1st and 10 from the 34. Nice little cut back up the middle. Dobis still going. He's had a great game. And he's into Wahconah territory at the 49.
Wow. Nice run by
That was
Worthley.
Worthley, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, number 28. Yeah.
Wordley has, you know, he and Landry's been kind of quiet today.
Yeah.
But Wordley and Dobis have had great games.
Oh, yeah. Well, these guys are very explosive, aren't they?
Yeah, they got great speed.
They got great speed.
And it's tough to tell who's got the ball a lot of the time.
I know it.
Counter run. That time got sniffed out by Wahconah. They got about a yard, though.
You know, as the old saying says, you just want to just stop the bleeding is what you want to do, Chris. No, really. You know, you want to stop the bleeding, and if you can go back and score a touchdown, that's good. That's what you want to do. You want to just stop the bleeding. Because right now,
I'm not going to have to worry about anything bleeding today because there's no blood flow. 2nd and 10. Inside give. And a little gang tackling by Wahconah at about the 45-44-yard line.
Nice job right there. I'm telling you right now, Dobis, he is a tough kid, though, isn't he?
He is. He's very tough.
He is tough. He is.
And I'll tell you, I wasn't sure that they were going to let him play. There was some question because he transferred over from Pioneer. And,
yep.
But he won the appeal, and it's been a big addition to an already tough backfield. I mean,
exactly.
He's at an element of speed and explosiveness that they didn't have. Quick draw up the middle again. Inside the 40 to about the 39. So Frontier moving the ball pretty well. That was like Wordley again.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I think Pioneer, they would have been hugely beneficial to be able to have Dobis as a back for them this past year. But there's a kid that really stepped up for them this year, Wyatt Keefe.
Yep.
Definitely shown that he was able to get things done over there in Berniston.
Yeah, he had a couple of great games I saw.
He did.
4th and short, up the middle. They're going to get it out to about the 35-yard line. So they'll move the chains. 4:11 to go in the third quarter.
And they had a great battle yesterday up there. They had a 1 o'clock game early in the day, 18-16. It was a really good game, Chris, but it was a cold day.
I was talking to Aldine. Aldine went up there to scout it. He said, "I've never felt anything like it." He said it was horrible.
It was.
And for Aldine, who wears a parka to every game.
I know it.
You know, when he says it's cold, you know it's cold.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely cold yesterday.
Inside handoff. Looks like they stopped him at about the original line of scrimmage. And that was Wordley again. That time he went nowhere. 2nd and 10, 35-yard line.
But I will tell you, Chris, that it is a lot nicer right now than it was up in Buckland last night.
Are you serious?
Oh, well, we were lucky enough to be inside, but to be honest with you, Chris, when I first went in, it was cold, man. It was just bitter.
Yeah, this is like being in a hockey rink.
Yeah.
I've done hockey enough times to know what that's like. Handoff goes left side, and nice give, nice run, close to first down yardage. And I think that might have been Landry.
So are you telling me that Fitzpatrick rink, which is right next to where the field is probably a little warmer than here right now?
I can guarantee you, as I'm sitting here, it's warmer than we are right now.
All right.
That's good for an 8-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 2. So Landry chewing up some yardage.
Yeah,
there.
nice drive. They're having a great drive right now.
Pitch goes inside. It's going to be good for, I think, first down yardage.
Yeah,
out
they're
past
getting
the
it
25.
done, man.
Yeah, they're moving the ball.
They are. Like I said, you want to stop the bleeding, and they're doing a great job. If they can score right here, that's a big momentum boost for them. You know.
The other thing about the Frontier running game is, and this is effective for them. It's not helping them now because they're down so much, but they took a lot of time off the clock because when you keep the ball on the ground, you don't throw it.
That's right.
It just chews up clock, and that's an advantage if you have a lead. But they don't have a lead right now. Obviously.
Right.
Inside give, pretty much stood up at the line. And that's going to be no gain.
Well,
maybe a loss of 1.
I don't know if you, I didn't get a chance to tell you this, but every possession so far, Wahconah's been able to score.
That's true.
Yeah. So
and they've taken advantage of a couple of turnovers, and they've done their job.
They have.
They deserve to win this game, which they probably will. And this time it's kept by Hildreth. And he gets wrapped up.
That's a late hit right there. Come on.
It looked almost like a face mask, too, but Hildreth, no call.
You're defenseless, and you get a kid who comes in, you're already up by, 30 points.
I'll tell you, that Hildreth kid's tough. He doesn't look like much. He's a small kid, but he's a tough little guy, and he's taken some raps in the last couple of years and gotten right back up. And that time he got about 2 yards, so.
They got a lot of tough kids on this Frontier team.
They do.
And
you know what? They're good kids, too.
They are good kids. They really are. I know a lot of these kids.
3rd and 9. Hildreth to roll out. Fires downfield looking for Kiernan Freeman. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th and 9.
By the way, Freeman, he's had a good year. There's a kid who's had a good year. He's done well. If anybody that Hildreth usually likes to go to is Freeman.
Yep.
Freeman is his main target.
Freeman and Blight.
Yep.
And quite frankly, Landry. I mean, he's caught a lot of balls out of the backfield.
Exactly.
So 2:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Frontier with the timeout. This is probably going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here for the moment. And remind you that this is the Western Mass Division 7 final game. Winner goes on to the state final against the winner of the Central and Eastern Mass semifinal. When is the best time to talk to your kids about athletics and the use of mood-altering chemicals? Try talking together when there's no pressing problem. Let your child know what your expectations are and what the boundaries are in your family, and above all, keep talking together. A message from the MIAA. 4th and 9. And Hildreth is going to throw on 4th and 9. He fires it downfield, looking for the end zone. Touchdown!
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. A nice 23-yard pass. Touchdown.
So Matty Hildreth to Worthley for the touchdown. And that will pump up the Frontier faithful. Nicely done. And again, Hildreth can throw the ball if given the opportunity. And that was just a picture-perfect rollout on play action. Good blocking, plenty of time, and good hands by Stevie Wordley to pull that in. That makes the score 38-13 with the extra point upcoming. And Hildreth to kick it for the Hawks. Snap down. They fake it. And a pass is incomplete.
Nice try.
Good attempt on the fake. Didn't happen. And on the conquest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, Frontier scores again. It's Wahconah 38 and Frontier 13. This is the MIAA Division 7 Western Mass Football Championship on Bear Country 95.3. Frontier to kick it off after the touchdown pass from Hildreth to Wordley. And they top it. Looks like almost like an onside kick. But it's recovered by Wahconah at their own 45.
And that is recovered by number 4, Scott.
I've been very impressed with the play calling by Gordon here today. I think he's done a really good job. He's called timeouts at right times, and they've been able to make some really good adjustments on certain things. I just think that the biggest problem is you got an offensive team that is just powerful, dude. This team is really good. I really enjoy watching this Wahconah offense.
Well, Frontier had a great week of practice, and they threw in some wrinkles. You could tell there were some different things that happened, and but it hasn't been enough to slow down Wahconah, unfortunately.
I know. They just have a great offense.
Inside draw play, and he gets up to about midfield. Good for about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I mean, if you ask any fan that's been at the game here today, and you say, you know, did Frontier play bad? Everyone's going to tell you no.
No,
they haven't played bad.
They played well enough to beat any team in the Inter-County League today.
I agree.
But this is a power team from the Berkshires with about 50 guys.
Yeah.
And a quarterback that's throwing like Tom Brady.
They got 64 players on their team.
I mean, that's crazy.
64 players.
That's it's a great program.
It is.
That's a great program. Shotgun formation again, double wideouts on the right side. And send one player in motion. And it's going to be that reverse again. End around. He gets tripped up, though. He's inside the 45 to about the 43.
I tell you, Dane Campbell is quick, boy. He can run.
He's fast.
Really fast, yeah. And when he gets that corner, boy.
It's going to be good for a first down at the Frontier 42.
You know, I got to tell you, you think about Hildreth and Worthley, they've worked their butts off on offense, but boy, they've done a good job on D too.
Yeah,
those guys are sucking it up on both ends here today.
Worthley is, but they both are solid players. Worthley, I think, maybe one of the best defensive players, and never gets a lot of credit for it in the league. Shotgun in motion. They fake the reverse again. They go off the left tackle, and it's close to first down yardage inside the 35 to about the 34.
Still chewing up a lot of yards, man. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to try to get one more play in before the end of the quarter, or they might just. Honestly, if I'm the coach, I'm just going to let the quarter end.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to sit and talk it over. And we'll just move on to the other end.
2nd and 2, ball spotted at the 35-yard line, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, coach said, come on,
We have played 3 quarters. And at the end of 3 quarters in the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Wahconah 38, Frontier 13. We'll switch ends. 4th quarter action upcoming on Bear Country 95.3. Fourth quarter action underway. 2nd and about a long 2 for Wahconah. And they hand off on the right side, and it's going to be a first down, I think, or close to it. I don't know. We'll see where they spot it.
Well, Hastings did a good job. He was able to pick up the first down, gained about 4 yards on that play, Chris. So that's going to now bring up a first down and 10 for Wahconah at the 30.
And now we got a Wahconah player down.
Like cramped up. I could tell the cramp, dude.
Yeah.
That's a cramp.
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
you can definitely tell. And they're helping him off. He's okay, though.
Yeah. Get him some fluids. Get some fluids in this gentleman here.
Hopefully they're warm fluids.
Yeah, matter of fact, they're going right for the bucket right now. Yep.
1st and 10 for Wahconah at the 30-yard line.
Gotta rub that out, man. Those hurt.
Yeah, it does hurt.
I hate cramps. No, leg cramps hurt wicked.
I know, man. I hear you. Shotgun formation, trips to the left. They hand off right side. Big hole on the right side at about the 20-yard line. Close to first down yardage. There was a lot of room there to run.
Sure was. A huge hole right there. It's a big hole right there.
Bent on the carry. That's going to be a good 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
I think you're going to start seeing a few of the subs get a chance to play in a game like this, because once you get into a little bit of a deeper playoff game, you're not going to probably get as much playing time as you can in a game like this.
Good experience for sure. 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun. Inside give. It bumps outside. First down yardage inside the 20 to about the 15. So they'll move the chains again.
The one thing I always hated about playing on turf, Chris, is you end up getting really nicked up, like
chewed up.
Yeah, chewed up. And you know what it is? It's that first layer of skin that comes ripping off, and they're stingers, man. They're stingers. But on a day like today, they're not feeling it right now. Well, they'll feel it tomorrow.
I'm looking up here at the angle. It looks like that field is pretty well frozen too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It looks almost like a sheen of a skating rink.
It does. It does when you look at it from here.
It hasn't affected the footing of these players, though. Shotgun formation again. Pretty much the same setup for most of this game. And inside give, good cutback, and good pursuit by Frontier. The guy got about probably 3 yards. Down to about the 13 or 14-yard line.
Well, it brings down a 2nd down and 8 here for the Warriors, and they're marching, bud. They're marching, but they're taking off a lot of the clock. I mean, right now we're at the 8:45 mark here.
Thank goodness they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
yeah, they're not passing the ball.
No,
they're going to run it.
To.
No, they're just running the ball, and they're taking off the clock here.
2nd and 8 for Wahconah, the 14-yard line of Frontier. Now, one player goes in motion to the right slot. Quick pass to the end zone, incomplete. Oh my God, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was the first incomplete pass thrown here today.
The guy's human.
Our quarterback, that's right.
And I'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Still at the 14.
Tell you that was only missed honestly by 1 step. If he went in 1 step, he would have had it. But it's been a good defense. Let's give defense some credit here on Frontier. That was a good D.
3rd down and 8 for Wahconah at the 14. Shotgun formation again. And the quarterback keeps it up the middle. Nobody near him. Oh, good hit,
see what I'm saying about? Oh, man, he got popped.
He got popped. He got down to the 1, so it'll be 1st and goal. And looked like Clayton was going to go to the house on that one. Good defensive play kept him out of the end zone.
But that's what I was saying about, protect your quarterback. You guys are getting ready for another big game. You don't want to lose your quarterback because of something like that. I mean, he got popped right there at the 1-yard line.
So 1st and goal from the 1 for Wahconah.
Probably go with Hastings right up the middle.
And good hit off tackle. He got in, though. He broke the play, and that's a touchdown. And you were right, Bob. Hastings up the middle. He paid for it, but he got in.
He did pay for it. He got
That's going to make it 44-13 with the extra point upcoming for Wahconah. 7:38 to go in the game. No doubt about this one and the outcome. And they will kick again. Flag down. There might have been some movement on the line. False start on Wahconah. That'll push him back 5, but still very makeable for that kid from there. It'll push him back to about the 8-yard line. And they will kick. Snap down, kick up, and he made it.
Solid.
Butler with the extra point, and we'll go back up the field on the CarQuest at Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It is Wahconah 45, Frontier 13. This is the MIAA Division 7 Western Mass Football Championship on Bear Country 95.3. Ball taken at the 5 by Frontier, up past the 25-yard line at the 26, and that is where the Red Hawks will take over with 7:31 to go in the game.
Been seeing some good hits here today, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really good
hits. Very physical game.
Well, they're fast. Both teams are very fast, and when you see good speed come in and some good pops, it's been some good smash mouth football here today. Absolutely. Well, let's see if Frontier can try to punch it in one more time before the end of this one.
Hildreth to throw on 1st down, rolling right.
He's got room.
He's going to keep it. And Matty Ice down the sidelines, out of bounds, 1st down run.
Nice 16-yard gain on that play. Nice job right there by Matty Hildreth. Picks up a 1st down on the play. It'll be 1st down and 10 here, Chris, from their own 41.
That's a great little bit of razzle-dazzle. Kept it, hung on to it, and just put the head down and ran.
Yeah, very nice job.
10 just outside the 40. Clock in motion, 7:20 to go in the game. Frontier with the ball and starting to move. And inside handoff up to about the 44-yard line.
Looks like a gain of about 4 on the play here, Chris. So I'm going to say probably 2nd down and 6. Man, maybe, honestly, only 3. They're not giving him a great spot, so it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Aaron Landry with the carry out of the fullback hole. 2nd and 7 at about the 44. Screen pass to Dobis in the flat, and Dobis crosses half field to about the 46. So nice little pass in the flat by Matt Hildreth.
Yeah, nice 13-yard gain on that play too. Nice job. So now they're sitting right now in Wahconah territory, and they're doing a quick rush.
No huddle offense.
No huddle. I like it.
Out of the shotgun, Hildreth fires it down the right sideline. A little too far ahead.
Oh yeah, interference. He tripped him up. Yeah, he tripped him up.
Pass interference, and that's going to be, I believe, a 10-yard penalty.
Yep.
Automatic first down. Not a lot of penalties in this game. Very well played so far. Very clean.
I don't know what they're trying to figure out here.
I don't know. We know they're talking because we can see their breath.
Oh, yes.
As well as our own.
Exactly.
Was it?
What?
Is it on front? No, it's definitely on Wahconah.
No, it's definitely on Wahconah, but I'm trying to figure out where they're going to put the ball.
So they're going to spot it from the...
Okay, they gave it to him on the 30.
Yeah.
All right, so it was, and that happened around the 25. So
right.
They got a pretty good, they got a good field position spot on that.
First
They're
and
moving
10
the ball, man.
from the 30-yard line. All right, so there are 2 penalties. There was PI and there was a personal foul.
Gotcha.
First and 10 from that was what the discussion was about.
Yep.
Oh,
You just cost yourself 5.
Yep. Flags flying everywhere.
Just gave yourself 5 yards back.
That'll bring up a 1st and 15 from the 35.
Jeez.
6:32 to go in the game.
That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay the first down. 1st and 15.
I want to thank some more of our sponsors. They include Scotty's on the Hill, S&S Appliance, Smith Keller Funeral Home, Albert Hearing Services, Greg's Auto Body, Sandry Company, CNA Repair, and Johnson Asphalt Paving.
We have wonderful sponsors, Chris.
Absolutely.
And we've had them for years.
Shotgun. And again, the inside draw. Good cutback. Big gainer for Frontier. Big hit at the end of the play.
Nice job right there. That was a quick move. Worthley ended up picking up almost the whole thing. Picks up 14 of the 15 on that play. Brings up a 2nd down and 1. And now Frontier almost in the red zone.
Well, that was that little delayed shotgun draw play, which has been very effective today for the most part. It's been sniffed out a couple of times by Wahconah. Same play.
Ooh.
Big hit, though.
Yeah, it was a nice tackle right there on the play by Wahconah, and that was honestly a loss of 3.
That was a loss of 2. That's going to push him back.
Yeah, 2. You're right, 2. Yep.
To about the 18-yard line.
So let's bring up a 3rd and 3 here. Definitely you definitely got a couple of plays to get your 3 yards that you need for the first down.
Hildreth to throw.
Wide open.
And pass complete, out of bounds, first down. Again, that's Aaron Landry out of the backfield. 1st and 10 Frontier, moving the chains again. 18-yard line, 5.5 to go in the game.
Tell you, Chris, it's getting almost impossible to see the numbers of Wahconah right now.
It is.
It is. It's really, really tough. I can barely see their numbers now on the backs of their jerseys.
Handoff, left side, and it's a race to the end zone. down, touchdown.
I think he's in.
Frontier.
Oh, nice job.
And that was Steve Worley, I believe.
Carry by number 28.
No, that was Aaron Landry. Aaron Landry with the touchdown run. 18 yards. 45-19 with the extra point upcoming. So definitely a little more respectable. And Hildreth to kick it for Frontier. Snap down, kick up, and the kick is good. We'll come back up the field on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. Wahconah 45, Frontier 20. This is the Western Mass Division 7 MIAA football final on Bear Country 95.3. Frontier to kick it off after the 18-yard touchdown run by Landry. An onside kick hits the Wahconah player in the chest. Ball is down at about the 45. Wow, that was a lot of smoke on that one, Bob.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hit him right in the chest.
And then the guy next to him was the one who ended up picking it up.
So Wahconah will get the ball at their own 46 with 5 minutes and 4 seconds to play on this one. They lead 45-20.
I'll tell you right now, Waconah's going to do everything they can to just run this clock out.
And God bless them if they do. Shotgun formation, though. Double wide out to the right side. And inside give. Up past half field into Frontier territory to about the Frontier 49-yard line. That's good for a pickup of about 5 yards. That was Hastings again.
Yeah, they gave him a little more than that. He picked up 6 on the play, so that was a nice job. Yeah.
They spotted him at the 48-yard line of Frontier.
I didn't even give him close to 7 on that play. Jeez, you got a good spot.
2nd and 4. Shotgun formation again. Inside give. Off tackle. First down yardage. Out to about the 41-yard line. Zink. First down for Wahconah.
Tell you, this team is very effective on offense. There's no doubt about it. They have a great offense. I'll tell you, the team they play next, they better know that they're going to have a high-powered offense that they're going to have to deal with here.
Well, they execute very, very well. And they take advantage of mistakes, which they've done a couple times. They turn those mistakes into points. I mean, they did. They're the real thing. I would say that they would be the odds-on favorite to win a state championship. Shotgun formation. Give on the right side, big hole. Tripped up at about the 35-yard line, though, by Ito McMillan. Excuse me, that was, was that Ito? Yeah.
But I want to tell you something, Chris. You take away the 14 points, okay, of the 2 turnover touchdowns, and they're still sitting with an 11-point lead.
Right, but
But still,
the truth of the matter is the way the kid was throwing the football.
Oh, I mean, that's true. That's very true.
I just don't think that it's just a better team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the kid is a phenomenal quarterback, and he's got a great line, too. He's been protected all day long.
2nd and 4 from the 35. Inside give, and they may have the first down or close to it.
Yep, looks like they're going to be a little short on the play here. It looks like it'll be a 3rd down and about a yard and a half here.
There's a Zink carry. 3rd and 1.5 or so. 2:50 to go in the game. 45-20 is the score. And Wahconah with the ball and the lead. Quick pitch. Good pursuit by Frontier. He may have gotten there, though. We're close to it.
Carried by Hastings.
Hastings is down at about the 31, and that's the first down.
They gave him the first down, yep.
Yeah, I thought he got it, but I wasn't positive. It looked like a good pursuit by the Frontier line, but it wasn't enough to stop him. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of the Redhawks. So I thought it was an entertaining game, but just too much Wahconah.
Yep.
And the Redhawks will suffer only their 2nd defeat of the season.
Yeah, and they're just gonna run the clock out. Yeah. They're gonna take a knee. I don't even think Frontier's even gonna bother. Yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
They'll take a knee.
Yeah.
And they'll probably take 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
Yep, they're just going to let the clock roll. Classy move. And Wahconah is going to get out of here with a 45-20 victory. They're in championship formation. 2nd knee.
And 1 more should do it.
And the celebrations begun on the Wahconah sideline. I pray for the poor coach that gets hit with the Gatorade bucket on this one.
Oh, yeah. Plus
That's it.
By the way, he's wearing shorts, too.
Yeah.
And a visor.
I don't get it. I don't get that. But once again.
I think he's thinking he's Steve Sperry.
I guess. The old ball coach would crack under these conditions, I think.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And 1 more knee. And that will do it.
That
will do it. As the clock
rolls
rolls down. And the Wahconah Warriors are going to win the Western Mass Division 7 football championship. It's 4th down, and that's just going to run out. And we are going to take a 60-second break right now, Dave Reno. 60-second break as the final seconds tick down. The Wahconah Warriors are going to beat the Frontier Redhawks by a count of 45-20. Back with the championship award ceremony next on Bear Country 95.3.
Financial support for FCAT's coverage of local high school sports provided by Leader Home Centers, your hometown home center with 5 locations to serve you in Amherst, South Deerfield, Barrie, Greenfield, and Brattleboro, Vermont, or online at leaderhome.com. Visit them for all your building material needs. Raymond Financial Services, LLC. Take charge of your financial future. Insurance, investments, and benefits for individuals and employers. Attorney Daniel Graves, Esquire. In addition to being Deerfield's town moderator, Dan's a practicing attorney. Call his Greenfield office at 773-8706 for all your legal needs.
Back out here at Roberts Stadium in the Albert P. Allen Insurance broadcast booth. And on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it is the Wahconah Warriors 45, the Frontier Redhawks 20. And they're going to be, we'll stand by for the award ceremony, awarding the Western Mass Championship and the runner-up trophy to the Frontier Redhawks. No shame for the Frontier Redhawks. They came out here, they left it all on the field, but it's a very good Wahconah team, and they deserve to win this.
They do, and that's a huge team. And listen to them. They're louder than their fans. That's how big this team is down there. So congratulations goes out to a very, very powerful team, and I think they're going to do very well in their opportunity to win a state title. They definitely have the weapons, Chris, and they got a guy who can definitely lead the way for them. I thought that Tim Clayton was definitely the player of the game for them, and you definitely got to look at who was one of the solid players for Frontier. And I would say today that, you know, the guy who really got it done for them in this loss was Steve Worthley.
Yeah, Steve Worthley was very, very solid. I thought Matty Hildreth made a case for him too.
Yep.
I thought that, you know
Dobus played well today
Dobus
too.
played well. I mean, and the line played pretty well. But the Frontier Redhawks get the runner-up trophy right now.
Yep.
And it'll be presented to the Frontier captains.
And just want to say that Coach Gordon's done a really great job with these kids, and they have a very classy team, and they are definitely a team that has worked hard all season long. Like you said, Chris, came down to that overtime loss against Greenfield, but ever since that game, they really have revved things up, but they definitely ran into a team that definitely is one of the best teams, I think, in the state of Massachusetts.
And the championship trophy is being handed over to the 3-7 champions, the Wahconah Warriors. Congratulations.
Congratulations to
as
them.
they win 45-20 from Roberts Field on Bear Country 95.3.